Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today we're going to do the update for Pan That Huge palette, which is a palette from Technic called the Wow Factor Remastered palette. And this contains 105 eyeshadows, 7 face products, and 7 lip glosses. Normally I have a goal of using 20 of the eyeshadows, hit one pan, and that's really it. I have actually used up something. I have hit pan on 2 things, but I haven't reached my goal of using 20 eyeshadows this month. This is what the palette looked like last time, and hopefully you can see the change, because here is the palette now. So maybe you can see that we are missing a blush here. This was a Franken blush. I had Franken it by using mostly red shades and a few like purples and stuff. And so this was really hard pressed, I thought, because I was getting nowhere. And then I realized I wasn't really getting any pigment off of this shade at all. And so I took a toothpick or a hair clip or like a hair pin to kind of scrape it off a bit. And it was really like, it wasn't very powdery. It was really firm, and it was kind of almost like a cream product, and it was just really weird. But I could kind of hack it up into small bits and use it that way. Almost like a powder blush, but it wasn't that powdery, but it worked. And that's how I used this up. And so now I think until the next update I will have to Franken another blush into here. And I definitely think it will be more of a red one, because last time I Franken this, and this is way too purpley. I used it today and I had to cover it up with with a powder foundation, because it looked like I had a big bruise on my face. I'm not kidding. I've never seen anything like it. Even though I've used this before, I have blended it with some other shades to make it more of a like warmer tone, at least, because I normally don't use purple blushes. But this one looked, yeah, it looked horrible on its own. I love it as an eyeshadow though, and maybe you can see that I do have some pans showing here. So technically I could say that I have actually hit 3 pans, because I have hit this pan, I've hit pan in this this lip gloss, which was my goal as well, and I've also hit pan in this lid setting shade. However, I think I'm going to let this one be, because I want to use this as I'm using this face powder in my Frankening sessions, because I feel like I can use lid setting shades from other palettes, and I am trying to not bring in other like products to Franken with. I want to use only this this palette and the shades in here. I don't want to add to it, you know, it's a lot of product anyway. So I have used up this blush. Like I said, I've hit pan on 3 shades, but I've only used 13 of the eyeshadows this month. So I haven't played around too much, but I am seeing a few bigger dips, especially this one is pretty deep. So I think maybe this one will be the contender for next month. I think I will try to hit pan on this kind of pastel-y green shade. I don't like it as much as I did in the beginning. I don't know if the formula is changing, if it's getting a little bit older, and I've had it open for a long time and the lid is off and stuff, so it doesn't keep like airtight or anything. But the quality isn't as great as it was in the beginning, I think, for this shade. Or it can be that this formula doesn't just blend too well with other formulas. And I have been trying to use this with Odin's eyeshadows, and you know, they just don't work that well together, the ones that I've tried. And so I think maybe I should focus in more on using it together with the other shades in this palette. Maybe that would work better. And so I think we have the pan for next month. I also think I can hit some pans in this section here when I'm Frankening. So I think this palette is going to look a little bit different next time as well. And I am so happy that we are moving forward and things are happening almost all the time right now. And it's a lot of fun to watch this this change every month for me. One thing I'm thinking about doing again is just covering these up with some tape because they're not looking the greatest. Eyeshadow is falling into the lip glosses, and I've kept them safe by having tape on before. I pulled it off after the last frankening session, and I have been playing around just a little bit with some of the shades, and I think I want to do that more, and that's why I don't really want to cover them up with tape. But on the other hand, I don't really want eyeshadow to fall in them either. So I'm not sure what to do there. When it comes to the other shades, I haven't really touched them that often, except for this one. I love this taupey shade that I created last time or before last time. I love this in my crease or as a contour shade, but I think I pressed it down kind of firmly, so I don't know how long it will take for me to actually use that one up, but I'm not that much in a hurry. I mean, I love the shade that I created, and so it's a joy to use, so why, stress about it. Now, can we have a finished item soon? I don't know. One of you asked me if I could do like a pan percentage of the pans in just this palette. And sure, I can. If you would like to see my total pan percentage, please head over to my eyeshadow bank. There is where I actually tell you all of those details about my eyeshadow collection. But I thought it would be a pretty fun idea to have pan percentage for this palette as well. And I've only included the eyeshadows in here and not the rest of the products. But when it comes to the eyeshadows in here, there were 105 from the beginning. And I am counting all of the pans and all of the empties. Of course, they are big pans. So I'm counting those as well with my other pans. And together, I have 23 pans showing in this eyeshadow section out of 105. And that means that I have hit almost 22% of pans in here. That is exciting. I wasn't really thinking it was that much, but I have 23 pans showing. Does it look like 23? I don't think so. But there are 23 pans in here. That's so exciting. I mean, I was looking at a picture of how this looked in the beginning. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? And now, like, we've come so far. And as long as I am focusing somewhat on using these shades, we're going further. We're, actually moving kind of fast. And it's fun. It's fun to see the changes. So that was it for my Pan That Huge palette update this month. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and that I'll see you in the next one. Have a great evening. Bye!